Hi there everybody, and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. This is episode 165. Let's see who we've got in the chat this evening joining us tonight. Hope you're all doing well as always. We have got Sue and the Donuts, of course, in the chat saying good evening, everybody. We've got Pete and Vernia of the Britzillions there saying hello to all. Hi to Dave saying good evening there in the chat. We've also got Catherine and Tony saying good evening too. Jodie's here just in there saying hi everybody, welcome. Catherine says no Geraldine tonight. She's living the high life in Los Angeles, Disneyland. Tony and I are very jealous. Well, we are all very jealous. That sounds like a lot of fun. We've also got Ju in the chat saying she's back too. Fantastic. Great to have you back again. Evening. Another two-rounder from Andy, but great to be here. Well, I kind of figured that might be the case again tonight, or maybe it was just a bit fortunate, and I've staggered the rounds accordingly again. So you'll see what I mean when we get there, Andy. Thanks for being here, though. With that said, as always, we're going to go over to the opening question of the show before we get into the first quiz round proper and see if we can get you some bonus points with the kids question to kick off the evening's show. Okay, everybody, here he is. We've got Ruben here again. Now, the question is on screen now. You get 2 bonus points if you get this correct. So we're going to get Ruben to read this one out, and then you can guess in the comments for this one. After that, we'll talk about how we handle things if you're new here. But for this first one, have a guess in the comments what you think the answer is. Ru, do you want to read this one out?
Which of the following is not an event on Gladiators? Is it A, Unleash, B, Crash Course, or C, Fracture?
Okay. Yes, we are big fans of the show in this house, aren't we? It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Vernia's saying hi, look in the chat for you there. Which of them is not an event in the new iteration of Gladiators? In its second season of the new iteration, I think it's like season 12 or something overall. But yeah, which one of these is not one of those events? What do you think? Everybody have a guess. No pressure. If you get it right, you get 2 bonus points. You can use that to add on to your score for any of the upcoming 3 full quiz rounds that we'll go through. So let's get some guesses in the chat and see what you think, and then we'll let Rue reveal what the correct answer is in a moment. So which of these is not one of the events? They've all got pretty cool, tough-sounding names, in fairness, so yeah. I'm sure it could be any of them.
And whenever they're announced, they always have like a Unleash or Crash Course or Fracture. They have like a
big deep voice, don't they?
When they're announced.
Makes it sound even tougher.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else care to have a guess? What do you think the answer is for this one? Okay, Andy's dropped in a guess as well, so... let's see who we've got then. Sue's gone with B. Jodie says C. Ju says A. C, possibly, says Catherine. Andy's gone with B as well. Anybody else? This is your last chance to lock in a guess for some bonus points. After this, I won't be asking you to add in any guesses or anything in the chat for the first 3 quiz rounds. But let's see. All right, I'm going to reveal the answer then. You ready to tell them?
In 3, 2, 1... It is C, Fracture.
Fracture is not an event. I made it up. Sounds like it could be, though. I thought that's a pretty cool word. It could be an event. Maybe. But no, Unleash and Crash Course are both events in the current version of the show. Thank you for that, Ruben. Well done to the following people who said C.
Jodie and Catherine.
Yes, Catherine and Tony, you get the point, as does Jodie. Very well done indeed there. Bonus points for you to spend on any of the upcoming 3 quiz rounds. And that's it for another week. Thank you very much, Rue.
And a classic ending. Whee!
Yes, he did just need to ask if we were ready, Andy says in the chat there, yeah. Gladiators ready! Yeah, they still do all of that. It's brilliant. It's got all the nostalgia, if you remember what it was like in the 90s to watch that show. It is a lot of fun, and the new gladiators are awesome people as well. A lot of them have a good social media presence and real positive role model kind of people. So yeah, really enjoy it, and you should definitely check it out. If you don't already, it's good. Now, what else we've got here in the comments? Hurrah, says Catherine. Yes, you got it correct. Excellent work. So, the first quiz round proper tonight will be our animals round. Then we're going to do art and literature, which we don't do very often, but brought it back tonight. I always said it was art and literature because it's one of the rounds that we do the least in our randomly selected quiz round at the pub quiz that I host. And this wheel spins, loads of subjects on it. That's the one that crops up the least. So I always think it's such a rarely used round, even though it's quite interesting. But animals is first, then art and literature, then we'll do entertainment, which is why Andy can disappear off if he has to by that point, because he doesn't really like TV and film, and that's basically what that round is. And then we'll do our usual game shows round. This week it is Family Fortunes, and then we're doing Tenable. We alternate those, if you don't know, between catchphrase and Tenable, and this week is a Tenable week. So, with that said, here we go. No more guesses in the chat. I'm going to reveal a countdown conundrum, which will keep you occupied in between the questions I call out. You get 2 extra points if you can work that out as well. And let's crack on with the actual quiz round, shall we? Question number 1. How many humps have Bactrian camels? Question 1. How many humps have Bactrian camels? Question 2. There are 2 species of hippo. One is called the common hippo. What is the other species called? There are 2 species of hippo. One is called the common hippo. What is the other species called? Question number 3. What is the largest living species of lizard? Question 3. What is the largest living species of lizard? Okay, number 4 now. Number 4 for 1 more point. Border Leicester and Corriedale are breeds of which animal? Border Leicester and Corriedale are breeds of which animal? All of those are for one type of animal. Name it for 1 point. Right, question number 5. What name is given to a fox's tail? What name is given to a fox's tail? Okay, and next question is question number 6. Name the most intelligent family of birds with respect to reasoning power. Name the most intelligent family of birds with respect to reasoning power. Right, question 7 now. Question 7. What type of animal was Rudyard Kipling's Rikki Tikki Tavi? What type of animal was Rudyard Kipling's Rikki Tikki Tavi? All right, where are we now? Question number 8. Which living bird has the longest wingspan? Which living bird has the longest wingspan? Question number 9 now. Question 9. Which animal is the symbol of the Republican Party in the USA? Which animal is the symbol of the Republican Party in the USA? Right, the next question then. What colour is a chow chow's tongue? What colour is a chow chow's tongue? Chow chow, by the way, is a Chinese dog breed. I don't mind letting you in on that. But what colour is their tongue? Lesser Piltron. Oh, very good. Question 11. Question 11. What type of creature is a corncrake? What type of creature is a corncrake? Just a general type of creature. Don't need to be too specific. Corncrake, 2 different words there. All right, the next question is question number 12. Ermine is the fur of which animal? Ermine is the fur of which animal? Three more questions to go then in this round. I can do repeats when we get to the end. If you need me to repeat any questions, let me know. Question 13. Which creature produces gossamer? Which creature produces gossamer? Again, just a general term for the animals. You don't need to be specific. Okay, now the next one. Next question, question 14. What is a young kangaroo called in Australia and in general? What is the name given to a young kangaroo? If I could just ask as well, when you're leaving comments, if it doesn't pop up on the screen here, you might be commenting in the wrong place. I sometimes find after the show I get direct messages coming up that people have private messaged me instead of commenting in the chat here. So just double check where you're doing it. If I don't acknowledge your comments, I'm not ignoring you. It's because you're commenting in the wrong place. And I keep forgetting to remind people about that because after the show I tend to miss. I've missed those comments. Like, oh no, you've messaged me directly. It's okay. Easy mistake to make. Facebook can be a difficult place to navigate at the best of times. So yeah, just so you know. Right, question 15. This is the final question in this round. The previous questions were all worth 1 point each. This one is worth 5 points. Name the 5 types of owl that are native to Great Britain. Name the 5 types of owl that are native to Great Britain. 1 point for each of those. The 5 types of owl that are native to Great Britain. While you're thinking of that, also, this is, of course, your last chance to guess at what you think the Countdown Conundrum answer is there. If you can unscramble that, again, keep it to yourself. Just let me know if you did get it. You can have 2 extra points. And then it'll be a point for each correct answer for the round itself. Add them together and let me know in the comments what you got when we've gone through the answers, which I'll reveal in a moment. And what else is there? Yeah, and then of course you can add on the score for those who got the question right from Rue earlier on. for 2 extra points, or save it for one of the next subjects. As always, and then we'll rinse and repeat the same process for the next 2 quiz rounds. I'm not seeing any requests for repeats, but I've waffled on a bit to give you some thinking time on that last one. Right, let's go through the answers for round 1 then, shall we? This is your animals round answers. Question number 1, how many humps have Bactrian camels? They are the ones that have 2 humps. Question 2, there are 2 species of hippo. One is called the common hippo. What is the other species called? That is the pygmy hippo. Question 3, the largest living species of lizard is a Komodo dragon, not a kimono dragon. That would be something very different. Question 4, Border, Leicester and Corriedale are breeds of which animal? It is sheep. Question 5, what name is given to a fox's tail? It is a brush. Question 6, name the most intelligent family of birds with respect to reason and power. It's the crow. Question 7, what type of animal is Rudyard Kipling's Rikki-Tikki-Tavi? That is a mongoose. Question number 8, which living bird has the longest wingspan? That is the albatross. Question 9, which animal is the symbol of the Republican Party in the USA? That is the elephant. Not the lesser Bill Trump, I'm afraid. Funny as it may be. Question 10, what colour is a chow chow's tongue? It is blue. Question 11, what type of creature is a corncrake? It is a bird. Question 12, ermine is the fur of which animal? That is a stoat. Question 14, a young kangaroo is called a joey. And question 15, the 5 types of owl that are native to Great Britain are tawny, barn, long-eared, short-eared, and little owl. Now, the answer to the countdown conundrum for 2 bonus points is basically, that's the answer. So, 2 points for that, 1 point for each of the answers in the quiz round. Tally up your scores and let me know how many you've got. And we'll celebrate, as always, with those who do well and commiserate with those who don't. Number 13 is a spider. Sorry if I missed that one. What creature produces gossamer? It's spiders. Arachnids, spiders, either or is fine. Thank you, Sue. Okay. Yes, just repeated 13. Thank you for commenting. No, I just did that so I got more comments in my chat, that's all, honestly. Oh, very good. Thank you very much for that. So let's see, how well you did in that round. We'll move on then to art and literature being round 2. Look, it's a quieter night tonight, actually. Last week we had quite a lot more people watching, but it is a quieter one tonight. Some of the regulars are missing, which is a shame. Next week, I'll remind you at the end as well, next week is a Patreon quiz, so I won't be here on Facebook Live. Okay, if you want to join us on Patreon, everybody watching knows what to do if you're not already, but we do that via Google Meet. We play lots of different games. It's a lot of fun. So do feel free to join us, but that'll be 8:30 on Tuesday next week. Just drop me a message if you're not sure on anything, if you'd like to join in for a change if you don't normally. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to be on camera. Don't even have to say anything if you don't want to. Just watch and play along. Loads of different games. We rotate through. Right, let's have a look. Chow Chow can also be purple. Okay. If it comes back as a... I mean, it looks blue to me. Hold on. Believed to be a genetic mutation that affects the pigmentation of the tongue. You know, if I have a blue or purple black tongue, it can be described as. All right, because it's you guys. I'll let you have purple. I'll let you have purple. All right, give yourself a point for that instead. One or the other, though. You're not having blue and purple. It's a 1-point question. Yeah, some places are saying it can be perceived as purple as well. All right. Yeah, all right, go on. Oh, very good. Okay, here we go. Let's see the scores then. Donuts have got 14 points and got the conundrum. Very good. 9 for Andy. That was a tough one, actually. Learned a bit, though. Yeah. I really like doing animal rounds, actually. There's always lots of interesting facts. I just find, yeah, I quite like doing nature and animal kind of quiz rounds. Just find them a lot more interesting than other subjects sometimes. 9 plus 2 for the kids bonus points there from Rue. Jody has, well done. Dave says 10 plus 2, excellent. 14 plus a conundrum for the Brazilians. You put black. Oh. Sue says they put black. Oh. Yeah, all right. I'm feeling generous. When I googled it, it came back as blue. Then another one came back as blue or purple hyphen black. So if I'm giving purple, you can have black. But don't test me on this again, you hear? Go on, give yourself the extra point for that. Right, I always knew it was purple. It does look blue in more of the pictures than any other colour. But anyway, I'm giving you the points. Right, for 14, Tony was the expert, plus 2 for the conundrum and 2 for Rue. So 18 in total, say Catherine and Tony. Yeah, very good. Good scores, guys. Right, so okay, that is the end of the animals round. We're going to go on now to the art and literature round. There'll be another countdown conundrum for you as well on the other side. And here we are. The countdown conundrum for this round looks like this. Trying to remember what that one is now. I know they were easier than the other week when they were ridiculously difficult ones. I know I picked easy ones. And actually, this week was the first week, I don't know if first week ever, but certainly it's a rarity where I download new conundrums, I add them to my folder, and it says, are you going to copy and replace this one? Because we'd already had that word. And the odds of it picking the same word that we've already had before, again, are very slim. So we've gone through quite a lot of these now. Quite a lot. In fact, that might be an interesting question in itself, because I could easily check how many countdown conundrums have we done on the show to date. I could work that out. Not for tonight, but that would be a good tiebreaker maybe one time. Okay, with that said, it's art and literature, 15 more questions. There's lots more multiple point questions in this round, okay? So listen out for those. Here we go with question number 1. Which artist is famous for his starry nights? Just for 1 point, the first question. Which artist is famous for his starry nights? Okay, question number 2. This is for 3 points. Which children's authors created Paddington Bear, Peter Pan, and Mr. Stink? 1 point for each, so 3 different authors here. Which children's authors created Paddington Bear, Peter Pan, and Mr. Stink? Hey, question 3 is multiple choice. Question 3, which is the world's most popular museum? Is it the Louvre in Paris, the Tate Modern in London, or the Metropolitan Museum in New York? Which is the world's most popular museum? Is it the Louvre in Paris, the Tate Modern in London, or the Metropolitan Museum in New York? Question 4 is for 3 more points. In which Roald Dahl books could you meet children named Sophie, Veruca, and Bruce? In which Roald Dahl books could you meet children named Sophie, Veruca, and Bruce? Again, 3 different answers there, 3 different Roald Dahl stories for another 3 points. Sophie, Veruca, and Bruce for that one. Name the stories. Right, question 5. Michelangelo painted the creation of Adam on which chapel's ceiling? Michelangelo painted the creation of Adam on which chapel's ceiling? Question 6. Who originally lived at Bag End in Bagshot Row in the Shire? Who originally lived at Bag End in Bagshot Row in the Shire? Question 7 now for 2 more points. Question 7. Which 2 Jules Verne characters travelled around the world in 80 days? Which 2 Jules Verne characters travelled around the world in 80 days? Okay, question number 8 then. Question 8. Which artist is famous for his blue period, her unmade bed, and his shark in formaldehyde? So 3 different artists here, 1 point for each. Which artist is famous for his blue period, her unmade bed, and his shark in formaldehyde? Okay, question number 9 now. Question 9. At an art gallery, let me start again. Question 9. An art gallery guard in Russia was once accused of adding what to Anna Lepelskaya's 3 Figures painting? An art gallery guard in Russia was accused of adding what to Anna Lepelskaya's 3 Figures painting? What did that guard supposedly add? Right, question number 10 now. Question 10. In which cities could you find the sculptures called Christ the Redeemer, Mannequin Pies, and the Elgin Marbles? Mannequin Pies, P-I-S. I think that's how you say it. I'm going to pop that one in the chat just so you can have a look at it and see what you think. In which cities could you find the sculptures called Christ the Redeemer, Mannequin Pies, and the Elgin Marbles? 1 point for each. Name the cities. I'm sure at least one team is really going to struggle with the first one. Like really, really tricky question for you there. Okay, question 11 now. What tried to take over the Earth in John Wyndham's sci-fi classic? What tried to take over the Earth in John Wyndham's sci-fi classic? Question number 12 now. Question 12. Which were the 3 unforgivable curses in the Harry Potter novels? 1 point for each. Which were the 3 unforgivable curses in the Harry Potter novels? It's not pronounced that way, is it? Oh, Pete, I can't say that. It's a family show. I wouldn't have included it if I knew that's how you say it. I'm not gonna say anything that sounds like a rude word on the show. But you can see how it's spelt. That's just how it goes. Oh, I really should have checked that one. I thought I had it, but no. Never mind. Stay on the safe side. Right, the next question then is question 13. Which novel put Salman Rushdie in fear of his life? Which novel put Salman Rushdie in fear of his life? Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it. I still don't want to say it, and it's spelt that way, PIS. That's how I've got it here. So I'm sure that's what he's doing, but are you sure it's not like this? Peas. Sure it's not like that? Maybe we're both wrong. Yeah, well, you know now. All right. Question 14 for 3 more points. Who wrote Paradise Lost, Wuthering Heights, and The Gruffalo? Who wrote, 1 point for each as always, Paradise Lost, Wuthering Heights, and The Gruffalo? Wuthering Heights, I'm not talking about that awful song. I'm talking about the book. Just to be clear. Sorry, anybody who comes to my pub quizzes will know I have a problem with that song. Nothing against the artist, because I like some of their other stuff, but just that one song kind of makes my ears want to bleed. And he says, that's why I join. You never know when you're going to get random profanities. Try not to on this show. Right, question 15 for 3 more points. Which celebrities wrote the best-selling autobiographies called The Moon's a Balloon, Dear Fatty, and Diddly Squat? Which celebrities wrote the best-selling autobiographies called The Moon's a Balloon, Dear Fatty, and Diddly Squat for 3 points? That is the last question then in this round. Make sure you've had a guess at what you think the countdown conundrum is as well. And yeah, I'll go through the answers in just a moment. Do you want any questions repeated apart from number 10? Because I'm not going to say that word. Or maybe I will, and I'll say it a different way. But no, seriously, if you'd like a question repeated, as always, just drop the comment in the chat and I will say them again for you, giving you all a little bit more thinking time. And to give you that thinking time, because there's a lot of multiple point questions there, you probably want a bit more time anyway. Just a reminder to those of you who are regular viewers, and a notification to those who aren't. If you look in the description of this video, you will find a helpful link that sends you to a page that displays all the places where you can follow me. There's all different social media icons as soon as you open it up. And if you tap on those, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or any other ones, TikTok, they're all there. And you can follow me for free quiz content on any of them. And some I post on more often than others, but the point is, it's a bit of fun to pass the time if you're ever bored. Right, Sue has asked. Sue and the Donuts have asked for number 14 again. So, question 14: who wrote Paradise Lost, Wuthering Heights, and The Gruffalo? Paradise Lost, Wuthering Heights, and The Gruffalo. 1 point for each, 3 different authors. And number 6 again: who originally lived at Bag End in Bagshot Row in the Shire? Right. We're going to go through the answers then now. So, as always, tally up your scores at the end of this. Let's see how many points you got. Question 1. Which artist is famous for his Starry Nights? That is Vincent van Gogh. Question 2. Which children's authors created Paddington Bear, Peter Pan, and Mr. Stink? It is Michael Bond, J.M. Barrie, and David Walliams. Question 3. Which is the world's most popular museum? I gave you 3 choices, but the world's most popular museum is the Louvre in Paris. Question 4. In which Roald Dahl books can you meet children named Sophie, Veruca, and Bruce? Sophie is the little girl from the BFG. Veruca is one of the children from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Veruca Salt. And Bruce is from Matilda. Question 5. Michelangelo painted the creation of Adam on which chapel's ceiling? That is, of course, the Sistine Chapel. Question 6. Who originally lived at Bag End in Bagshot Row in the Shire? It's Bilbo Baggins. Bilbo Baggins, who then left the house to Frodo after that. Question 7. Which 2 Jules Verne characters travelled around the world in 80 days? It is Phileas Fogg and Jean Passepartout. Passepartout? I think you dropped the T on that at the end of that. If you just got the surname, that's fine. He's largely known as that, I think, in the story. Passepartout? Something like that. Question 8. Which artist is famous for his blue period, her unmade bed, and his shark in formaldehyde? The blue period was Pablo Picasso. The unmade bed was Tracy Emin. And shark in formaldehyde, Damien Hirst. Question 9. The art gallery guard in Russia that was accused of adding something to Anna Lepolskaya's 3 figures painting added eyes. They seem to have drawn them on with a ballpoint pen, apparently. Should have just got googly eyes and stuck them on instead. That would have been much more entertaining. Right. Question 10. In which cities can you find the sculptures called Christ the Redeemer, Mannequin Peas, and the Elgin Marbles for 3 points? It's Rio de Janeiro, Brussels, and London. Question 11. What tried to take over the Earth in John Wyndham's sci-fi classic? It was the Triffids. Question 12. Which of the 3 unforgivable curses in the Harry Potter novels? They are Avada Kedavra, killing, Imperio, Imperious, and Crucio, Cruciatus. I don't know it. But those were the answers. Question 13. Which novel put Salman Rushdie in fear of his life? It was the Satanic Verses. Question 14. Who wrote Paradise Lost, Wuthering Heights, and The Gruffalo? It is John Milton, Emily Bronte, and Julia Donaldson. And question 15. The celebrities that wrote the best-selling autobiographies called The Moon's a Balloon, Dear Fatty, and Diddly Squat is David Niven, Dawn French, and Jeremy Clarkson. Now, the answer for the countdown conundrum is Confusers. That's it. Confusers. So for 2 more points, did you get that correct? Add on the bonus points if you haven't already from the question at the start of the quiz. But you could save it for the next round if you wanted to, if you're sticking around for it. And round 3 will be an entertainment round before we play our game shows, Family Fortunes and Tenable tonight. So let's see how many points you got. Whilst we wait for those to come in, one thing I'll post about this as well separately. Facebook have decided that live videos will only stay up for 30 days after being posted, which means that every single, I think all the historic ones are going to stay up, but from a certain point this year, every single show I do, every live video, every live show like this I post will only be up for 30 days, and then it will be deleted forever. So I'm gradually moving everything over to YouTube as well, and getting everything, and we'll get everything moved over there. I think ultimately I'll have to, because I don't want these videos to just be gone forever. There's too much effort that goes into them. And they might entertain somebody at some point in the future on a different platform, which is why I put them on YouTube as well. So just something to bear in mind. Maybe not so much for people watching live, because you always watch live and wouldn't necessarily need to go back and watch it again. But I think it might affect my channel in some small way, that all my new stuff is going to be there at 1 minute and be gone the next. Oh, that's the latest thing I'm concerned about with regards to the show. Thank you for posting your scores then. The donuts have got the donuts have not posted there. That was them requesting repeats. Jodie's got 14 points. The donuts have got 19 points, but no conundrum. They were confused by confusers in the conundrum. I'm sure you weren't alone. 24 points for the Britzillians. 22 points for Not So Golden Oldies. 14 for me. Thanks again. See you for Patreon quiz next week. And YouTube is a great idea. Yeah. Well, there's loads already on there, but I'm going to have to get better at and regular posting over there now, because if I don't do it soon after they're live here, I've got 30 days and then they'll be gone forever. So yeah, I'll just put them all on YouTube, but it's just an annoyance. Yeah, but anyway, the Big Quiz Night In does exist on YouTube. You can subscribe over there if you want, and that's where they'll be. But we'll keep posting live here for now, of course. That's not going to go away in a hurry, thankfully. Dave says 18 points as well. That's a great score. Well done. Okay. With that said, I think that's it from the scores I was expecting to read, unless there's something I'm forgetting. No. Right, we're going to move on. The comments continue, so please keep on commenting. We go now to the entertainment round. And the countdown conundrum for this round looks like this. So 2 more points if you can work that one out. Let's see how you get on. Entertainment round then, generally speaking, it's TV and films. Sometimes a few other subjects creep into it, as long as it can be classed under the banner of entertainment. So let's see how you go with this one. Question number 1. And speaking of different subjects outside of TV and film that are still entertainment, which bingo numbers are called as Droopy Drawers, Dancing Queen, and Red Raw? Which bingo numbers are called as Droopy Drawers, Dancing Queen, and Red Raw? 1 point for each. I don't know if Andy's still watching, but he'd get that in a heartbeat, because we do bingo on my Sunday night pub quizzes, and he's a regular, so he'll come down and play that. Yeah, and I do all the traditional bingo calls when I call it out, of course, and a few silly ones we made up along the way. So what numbers are they for? Droopy Drawers, Dancing Queen, and Red Raw. Question 2. What was the name of the character played by Kiefer Sutherland in 24? What was the name of the character played by Kiefer Sutherland in 24? I must do a rewatch of that at some point. I used to love that show. The first series in particular was gripping TV. Gripping stuff. There's a lot to like about the others, but that first series was fantastic. Question 3. Who provides the voices for Marty, Alex, and King Julian in the Madagascar films? Who provides the voices for Marty, Alex, and King Julian in the Madagascar films? Question 4 now. Question number 4. I love it when a plan comes together was which TV character's catchphrase? I love it when a plan comes together was which TV character's catchphrase? Name the character for 1 point. Question number 5 now. Question 5. Which 2 UK TV series took their titles from David Bowie hit singles? Which 2 UK TV series took their titles from David Bowie hit singles? 1 point for each. Okay, the next question. Question number 6. Put these movies starring Sandra Bullock into the correct order with the earliest first: Miss Congeniality, Demolition Man, and The Net. Put these movies starring Sandra Bullock into the correct order with the earliest first: Miss Congeniality, Demolition Man, and The Net. You get 1 point for each in the correct order, so a total of 3 points available for this one. Those three films again: Miss Congeniality, Demolition Man, and The Net. Yes, I will repeat number 5. I'll do repeats when we get to the end, but thank you for getting your request in there early. I'll do that when we get there. Question 7. Which 3 words are in the title of each episode of Friends? Which 3 words are in the title of each episode of Friends? That's a 1 point question. Which 3 words are in the title of each episode of Friends? Question number 8. In which films does Brad Pitt first play a vampire, a superhero, and death? In which films does Brad Pitt first play a vampire, a superhero, and death? I'll say that one again for you. In which films does Brad Pitt first play a vampire, superhero, and death? That's for 3 points. 3 different films, of course. Question number 9. I love this one. Question number 9. The screenplay for which James Bond film was written by Roald Dahl? Love this one because it was always my favourite Bond film. The screenplay for which James Bond film was written by Roald Dahl? Question number 10. In which English counties are the following music festivals held? Glastonbury, Latitude, and Bestival. In which English counties are the following music festivals held? Glastonbury, Latitude, and Bestival. Question number 11 now. Question 11. Which rapper played Triple X in the State of the Union film? Which rapper played Triple X in the State of the Union film? Question 12 now. Question 12. Which band consists of three brothers and a cousin whose surnames are Followill? Which band consists of three brothers and a cousin whose surnames are Followill? Right, question number 13 then. Question 13. The Last King of Scotland is a 2006 Oscar-winning movie about the life of which political leader played by which actor? The Last King of Scotland is a 2006 Oscar-winning movie about the life of which political leader played by which actor? So that's for 2 points. Question 14. Name the 4 judges on the 2025 panel of Dancing on Ice. Name the 4 judges on the 2025 panel of Dancing on Ice. So, of course, that's for 1 point each again. Okay, question 15, the final question in this entertainment round. Before I do any other repeats, so you can jump in the comments now. Let me know if you have any repeats you want me to do in addition to number 5. Question 15, what are the names of Homer Simpson's father, his mother, and his brother? What are the names of Homer Simpson's father, his mother, and his brother? Right, question 5 I'm going to repeat for you then. Let me know if there's any others you want repeated. Question 5 was, which 2 UK TV shows took their titles from David Bowie hit singles? Which 2 UK TV shows took their titles from David Bowie hit singles? Okay, so make sure you've worked out the countdown conundrum. We will go through the answers in just a moment, as always, see how well you did, and then we will move on to the game shows round. Now, I'm not seeing any more requests for repeats coming in. One thing I guess I could tell you just to buy a bit of time is, and I will remind you again when we get to the end, there will be a sale of the Big Quiz Night In merch store on the 20th, I think. 20th for a few days. It'll be free delivery. So if you want any Big Quiz Night In merch, loads of different things on there. Free delivery will be available from the 20th. I'll post about it, of course, on my usual social channels. To remind you, if you want to have a t-shirt or a hoodie or a shopping bag or anything really with the logo on, and it all helps us out very much when you do that. Okay, let's go through the answers then and see how well you did in this round. Question 1. Which bingo numbers are called as Droopy Draw's Dancing Queen and Red Raw? It is 44, Droopy Draw's 44, Dancing Queen 17, and Red Raw 64. So 44, 17, and 64 for 3 points. Question 2, what was the name of the character played by Kiefer Sutherland in 24? He was called Jack Bauer. Question 3, who provides the voices for Marty, Alex, and King Julian in the Madagascar films? That's Chris Rock, Ben Stiller, and Sacha Baron Cohen. Question 4, I love it when a plan comes together, was which TV character's catchphrase? That was Hannibal Smith, or Colonel Hannibal Smith, from the A-Team. 1 point question though, just the character's name. Question 5, which 2 UK TV shows took their titles from David Bowie hit singles? That's Life on Mars and Ashes to Ashes. Question 6, put these movies starring Sandra Bullock into the correct order with the earliest first So the correct order is Demolition Man was first. That was in 1993. Brilliant film. I can't turn it off if that's on the telly. If I'm channel hopping and I see that, it stays on. Just one of those kind of films. It's a bit like Die Hard. Doesn't matter how many times I've seen it. That's staying on. Second was The Net. That was in 1995. And then most recently, although still 25 years ago, Miss Congeniality was in the year 2000. So Demolition Man, The Net, Miss Congeniality. 3 points if you got them in the correct order. If one's in the correct order and the others aren't, you still get 1 point. And then after that, they must all be in the wrong order. Question 7. Which 3 words are in the title of each episode of Friends? They all start with the one with whatever the episode's about. So the one with for 1 point. Question 8. In which films does Brad Pitt first play a vampire, a superhero, and death for 3 points? He plays a vampire first in Interview with a Vampire. He plays a superhero in Megamind. And he plays death in Meet Joe Black. Question 9. The screenplay for which James Bond film was written by Roald Dahl? It was You Only Live Twice. I don't know if I can fully put my finger on why, but I've always thought that is my absolute favourite. Don't know. I think it's because it's the inspiration for so much that came after it. You know, it's the inspiration for most of what you saw in Austin Powers films, for example, which were also really funny. But the hollowed out volcano layer was just brilliant. I love it. And, you know, the villain as well, Blofeld with the scar in his eye. It's just iconic from start to finish. Love it. Anyway, that's enough of that. Question 10 for 3 more points. In which English counties are the following music festivals held? So the 3 you were given was Glastonbury, Latitude and Bestival. The answers are Somerset, Suffolk and Dorset. Question 11. Which rapper played Triple X in the State of the Union film? That was Ice Cube. Question 12. The band with the 3 brothers and cousin with the surnames Followill is Kings of Leon. Question 13. The Last King of Scotland is a 2006 Oscar-winning movie about the life of which political leader, played by which actor? It's Idi Amin, played by Forrest Whitaker. Thank you, Dave. Yes. Donald Pleasance was great. Yeah. Absolutely. It's brilliant. Brilliant film. Now, what was next? Question 14. The 4 judges on the 2025 panel of Dancing on Ice, Jane Torval and Christopher Dean. I think they've been ever present. I never actually watched the show, but I think they've been ever present as judges. I think they're the main 2 people. The other is Ashley Banjo. And then the 4th for this year is Oti Mabuse, who is off Strictly, of course. But those were the 4, 1 point for each. And question 15, what are the names of Homer Simpson's father, his mother, and his brother? Abe Simpson, Mona, and Herb Simpson. So Abe is his father, Mona his mother, Herb his brother. 3 points for that. And the answer to the countdown conundrum is hindering. So for the final round then, before we get into game show rounds, tally up your scores again. Let's see how well you did with this one. And we will then move on to Our Survey Says and see how you go with that one. Yes. Yeah, there was a lot of different actors who have played Blofeld as a character in Bond movies, and I have to say, it's a biased opinion because, like I said, it's my favourite Bond film, but he was also the best. Yeah, it's just great. Okay, here comes some scores then. Jodie says 8 plus 2. Very good. You got the conundrum there. Right, Vernia says the Brazilians have got 15 plus 2 again for them. Excellent work. What about the rest of you guys? Let me know how many you got there. Donut scored 20 and got the conundrum. Good score there. That is good. Any more for any more? Let me know. We shall move on in a minute because in the game shows round again, if you're to anybody new watching, in the game shows round, you're all working together as a team. You're not individual anymore. You've all got to work together to work out the answers. Dave says 14. The judges helped me out with 4. Excellent work. Yes, we do. I do like multiple point questions. Makes for much more interesting scores all round for exactly that kind of reason, I think, as well. Catherine says 10 for us, just scraped into double figures, mainly by luck. That's fine. Very good. All right, I'm going to flick over now then to that game shows round. First up, our survey says. So we are looking this time for the top 6 answers. 100 people were surveyed, and you need to work out what you think the most popular top 6 answers were. Guess in the comments now. Guess as many as you like. I'll try and keep up with your comments. The question is, name something you might find on a car windscreen. Something you might find on a car windscreen. Guess in the comments. Let's see how quickly you can work out what all 6 of these are. And I shall reveal them on the board as and when you get the correct ones, okay? All right, we've got some guesses coming in then. Sue says wipers. It's not there. I'm laughing because you're quite right. It probably should be, but then I guess if it's not raining, then they tend to just be down at the bottom and not like on the windscreen. So maybe that wasn't on most people's minds. I'm sure it would have been just outside the top 6, though. It must have been. Let's see. Yeah, Dave says windscreen wipers as well. It's not there. Dead insects, flies, dead flies. Okay, all right, let's have a look. Where's that on the list? If it's there, that's number 4 on the list. Bugs, dead bugs, anything along those lines. I've just seen the latest ones. I wondered how long it would take. Right, have we got any others? Wipers, water. No, again, water and wipers. Not there. Parking tickets. Right, let's have a look. Where's parking tickets? The most annoying thing, really, you could find on your windscreen. Number 2 on the list. Right, Vernia, Sue, Jody have all gone with bird poop of some description. You don't need to be specific on the breed of animal because bird alone is enough. But that's the top answer. Tax disc, bit retro. I've still got my tax disc holder on the inside of my windscreen because when we go on holidays, we tend to go like staycations, so around the UK to different campsites or caravan sites rather, and you always get a pass to put in. So I just leave it there, and it's still there. So you say retro, I'm pretty sure there's still some tax disc hidden in that little pouch somewhere as well. But nevertheless, it's not there. Ice. Jody has yeah, we've got rain as well. We're classing rain as water, but for like the washer jets, for example, or rain, it's not there. But ice slash frost is there. So we'll give you that one there. You said ice, I've got frost, basically the same thing. 2 more to guess. One thing, very unlucky, you don't want to have that on your windscreen at all. And the other, a minor annoyance that you'd probably throw away. Unless you were interested in what it was. I should have. In fact, I do. I do somewhere. You keep guessing, and I'll say if anybody pops up with it, and then I'll give you an example of one if nobody does get it. I think it's down here, actually. Mud, no. A crack. There's a good guess, I believe. Let's have a look. Crack. Right, let's see if anybody can work it out from the rustling. Because if one of these was on your windscreen, you better not throw it away. One of these. What's that? What's this? Anything along those lines. But obviously, you wouldn't throw it away if it's one of mine, right? No. For the record, I'm not going to go around sticking them on cars. That's not what they're really for. But still, yeah, a chip or a crack we classed, I think, as number 5, where it says cracks there. Catherine, I'm going to give you the award here, as well as Pete. It was a flyer. It is also an advert or a leaflet, anything along those lines. Yes, that was the 6th most popular answer from the survey. Well done, guys and girls. You worked it all out. So we've got, in popularity order, top answer was bird poop. Then we've got parking tickets, frost, bugs or insects or flies, anything like that, crack or a chip. It just reminds me of that advert for repairing cracks and chips. It's so silly how adverts stick in your mind sometimes. And flyers or leaflets or ads for the last one. Well done, team. You did great there. You found all 6. And we are now going to go to our Tenable game. We've got 3 Tenable questions for you. And here we go. So there is the Tenable game. The first question will pop up in a moment. I just want to get everything lined up here. Okay, so again, keep the guesses going in the chat. Your first question is the top 10 nations in the gold medal table at the Summer Olympics in Paris. So this was 2024 Summer Olympics. Who were the top 10 nations? There's your Tenable Tower there. You can obviously guess them in any order. Let's see how quickly you can work out what all 10 were. A lot of the usual suspects that are always up there, of course. So yeah, let's see how you go. Right, we've got China, we've got USA guessed there immediately. So let's start revealing some of these, shall we? And I can tell you now that the top one, USA, well done for that. China as well is guessed. Where's China on the list? They're always there or thereabouts, aren't they? Up it goes, number 2. All right. Team GB, yes, Great Britain. We did okay. Not as good as we've done before, but not bad. Very respectable. 7th in the gold medals table. So once again, this isn't about total medals. This is purely based on how many gold medals were won for this particular question. Now, the other thing I need here is this window. Right. Let's bring this one up like that. Okay, so we have got Germany guessed there. Germany, let's have a look. Where's Germany in the list? That's number 10. Okay, Sue said Germany. Dave said Germany. We had, another UK one. Yeah, it's Team GB because we don't enter as the United Kingdom. We enter as Great Britain. So that's Scotland, England, and Wales. Doesn't include Ireland in the Olympics. Now the next one, France. France has been guessed. Let's have a look where France is in the list. Thank you to Catherine who said France, and Dave again as well. Very good. So that's number 5. Australia. Is Australia in the list? Let's have a look there. That's another one from Dave. Oh, it is in the list. It is. Ignore that. Here you go. This is where it is in the list. There you go. Right, the next one we've got Spain is being guessed. Now, is Spain in the list? Let's check. Is that a tenable answer? No. So Spain definitely not there. Yes, we've guessed Australia there. So Pete and Dave said that. Let's see. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 left to go. I'm just going back through the comments to see if I've missed any. No. All right. So we have got 2 more Asian countries to find in the list. I'll start giving you some clues. And 2 European countries. Those clues I may have just said as other guesses have come in. So no, Canada therefore is not going to be one of them. So 2 Asian countries and 2 European countries. Where else in the world could have made it into the top 10 in this gold medal table from the Paris Olympics? Italy. There's a guess there from Dave. Let's have a look. Italy's number 9. Good shout. So one more European country. Jodie's gone with Korea. I did say there was Asian countries there. Let's have a look. Yes, South Korea is there. Yes. So the 2 we've got left, we have got the host nation. No, it's the host nation with France, actually. We've got them already. We've got one more country that is an Asian country and one more European country. Yes, South Korea we've worked out. I will give you another clue in a moment. I think I'm going to have to work these ones out. One of them is famous for tulips and windmills and some other things, which I won't go into on the show. And the other is famous for being the land of the rising sun. There you go. That should be enough. No, not Sweden, not Romania. You may have guessed those before I gave those clues. The Netherlands. Let's check the Netherlands on the list. Is that there? Yes, well done. Okay, so the last one then, Asian country. There's a good guess. Number 3 in the list. Sue and the Donuts have gone with Japan, as has Dave. It is very good. There you go. There's your tenable list. Well done. Yes, Catherine as well. You got your guess in there. Netherlands was one of those missing answers. Good work. Right. Let's go to the next question now. I couldn't remember if we've had this one before or not. I have a vague recollection of reading this one already, but I can't remember if we've done it before. So apologies if you do remember it. Maybe that'll just make it a little bit easier. So, the 10 cities in England, Scotland and Wales with double letters. So, just like in the word hello, the 2 letter L's are together. That's a word with double letters. Now you need to think of 10 cities in England, Scotland and Wales that have also got double letters in them. Right, so start your guesses then. Yeah, I'm sure if you're a regular viewer, I just got this feeling that we've done this one before, but it is an interesting question nonetheless. And we have done a lot of UK-based geography questions, so maybe I'm just getting mixed up, but hey, let's see. Right, so we have a guess there for Nottingham. Let's have a look. Vernia's gone with Nottingham. That is number 8 in the list. The list is in alphabetical order, so that will also, as we guess more, that will give you more clues as to what the others could be. We have Liverpool guessed, so surely that will be above Nottingham. And it is just by 1. Aberdeen and Dundee have been guessed there. Let's have a look. If Aberdeen's a tenable answer, you'd expect it to be at the top of the pile, I'd imagine. And it is. Aberdeen is up there. Dundee, where's Dundee for? Let's have a look. And Dundee. That's number 3 in the list. So that means there's one in the middle there, alphabetically. What could that be? Sheffield has been guessed, as has Leeds. Let's have a look at those 2 then. Sheffield first. That's number 9. Leeds is number 6. Good guessing, everybody, so far. Yes. Oh, Cardiff. I was just about to waffle on at the end, but no, Cardiff has been guessed. Let's check that one. Is that the missing one alphabetically between 1 and 3, I wonder? Let's check. And it is. Great stuff. Well done. 3 more to guess. Number 10 is one that rarely is guessed. I know we've definitely spoken about number 10 before in other rounds, perhaps, where we've asked about cities. And it's always one that people forget. Right, Inverness. Jodie says Inverness. That does fit alphabetically in the gap. And it is number 4. Right, number 5 and number 10. Number 5. I mean, you can probably work out what it begins with alphabetically, because it's in between I and L, funnily enough. There's only a couple you could choose from, and it's not the same as what's already up there. So we'll narrow that one down that way. And then number 10 begins with a W. What do we think, gang? What could they be? Number 5 is also one of those triple-barreled city names. It is something upon something. And number 10 isn't. Number 10 is just a one word. Dave says Wells for number 10. There you go. I gave enough clues in the end. Very good. Wells, you've got it. So, which city is something upon something? You might not even know it as that. You might just know it by what would give you the answer anyway, because it's where the double letters appear at the end. What do you think it could be? I'll tell you as well, the letters that are doubled are L's. The letter L is doubled in this city's name. Might have to just reveal it, you know. It's quite a tricky one, in fairness. You managed to get the last one, but the full name of this city begins with a K. And it's something beginning with K upon something beginning with H. No? How are we doing for time? Not too bad time-wise tonight. Kingston upon Hull. There we go. I gave enough clues for you there, didn't I? And that completes that tenable tower. Let's go to the third and final one. So this time, your question is the first 10 countries alphabetically that feature only red and white on their flag. Now, there's a couple of things to bear in mind with this one. It does not include extra elements on flags, such as crosses. So Malta, for example, is not an answer we're looking for here. Nor is Qatar, nor is Latvia, which is they're more of a maroon than a red. Okay? So they must have a feature of red and white on their flag. The first 10 countries alphabetically. And here come those guesses again. Japan's cropped up again. Let's have a look. That's number 7 alphabetically. We've got, yes, so Japan from Dave and from Sue and from Pete there. Georgia's been guessed there as well. Let's have a look. Georgia. That is number 5. Poland is Poland, one of the first. That's number 10. Switzerland. Well, you know Poland's at the bottom of the pile now, so Switzerland's not going to be there. Monaco. Is Monaco there? You guys are really good with your geography. Very good with your geography. Well done. Right, Japan we've got. Poland. Switzerland, no. Monaco, yes. Japan. Indonesia. Is Indonesia there? One of the most populated countries in the world. Yes, that is the 6th one. What else could there be? I think I've done all the ones you guessed now. Yes. Yeah, we've guessed all of those. Denmark, there's another good guess there. Denmark. Whereabouts could that be in our tenable tower? Is that one of the top 4 alphabetically? It should be, and it is. That is the 4th one in the list. Keep running through those flags. The knowledge is there, I'm sure. One of the countries, let me start giving you some tips, some clues. What can I say? One of the countries is South American. Another European one there as well. Austria. Is Austria a tenable answer? Let's have a look. Yes, Austria. And Canada's been guessed. So well done, Dave, there for getting Austria. Jodie and Sue both said Canada. That's 3. 2 more to go, and it's fair to say these are probably the most obscure of the list. Dave's gone with Peru. That's number 9. Excellent work. Not Uruguay. Nope. We've got one more. I can't even think where that is in the world now. Okay, yes. One of them, the last one, is a Middle Eastern country. It's a Middle Eastern country. And think about it alphabetically. Belarus has been guessed. I don't know if you... I imagine you said that before you heard my clue. So not Belarus. But it does begin with B, and it is Middle Eastern. It is a small country, an island country of West Asia, technically, situated on the Persian Gulf. Officially, it's a kingdom. Not Bangladesh. No. Let's just confirm that for you, though. Situated in the Persian Gulf, a small archipelago made up of 50 natural islands and an additional 33 artificial islands. And the flag... Yes, there you go. Now you're getting it. Vernia and Dave have guessed Bahrain. The flag is white and red with this kind of zigzag going down it. Oh, hold on. Let's do that properly, shall we? Bahrain, does that complete our list this evening? Let's have a look. Yes, there you go. Not Brunei, no, it is Bahrain. Very good. What a team effort. Well done. Okay. So, with that said, that is the end of our tenable game. And what that also means is we can go over to our final page to close off the show. So there we go. 165, the episode, 165th episode in the bag. Thank you all so much for watching along again. It's been fun. Nice little turnout tonight. Patreon quizzes next week, as it says at the top here. There's also the free delivery from the 20th to the 25th of March. So if you want to get your Big Quiz Night in merch, help support the show, please do check that out. I will be sharing about it. Link is in the description as always for everywhere and everything you can do to support what I do here. And yes, next week, 8:30 Tuesday night via Google Meet, we do Patreon Quiz Night where I will be again on camera. You don't have to be if you don't want to. I'm not quite sure what game we're going to play yet. I think we did speed quizzing last month. We might do that again. If I've got some time, we might do something different. But in any case, it's great to get together and just have a laugh. Whatever we do, it's all fun. If you'd like to join Patreon, it's again, link in the description, or you can just message me and I'll tell you what it's all about. Be a pleasure to have you. There is a free trial if you're interested. So you can join one quiz for free. And then after that, it's just a very small monthly commitment to do that. thank you all for a very fun night. Yes, great time as always. Glad you enjoyed it, Catherine. Thank you, Vernia, as well. Thank you, Dave. Pleasure to have you here. Always like seeing new names pop up in the chat. Jody, great to have you here again as well. Everybody, have a great rest of your week and weekend. And that is it. I will see you all same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers. Good night.